first.
Baby.
Fuck yeah, we're back. We're back in the business. In the beeswax.
Back in the
We're back in the cat's pajamas. Coming at you live.
Is that a thing?
Always live. I don't know.
Cat's pajamas.
I've heard it somewhere. I think it's something Jack Black said.
I feel like I've heard something like that before. But
The bee's knees.
I guess
cat's
someone
pajamas.
has to start to sing.
Yeah.
You can make it a thing.
Yeah.
Man, I got so much shit written on my phone.
Oh,
Like-
dude, you're like a gold mine.
I'm like constipated with conversation.
You just like talk.
really backed
now
up
you,
on
now
that.
you just talk to yourself in the street. Just like
Before you guys showed up,
Yeah.
I was just like getting some tests, and I just like, maybe I could just start the pod without you guys. What would that be like?
It would be pretty awkward when we walk in and
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. What are you
you've
doing,
already
Sean?
you've already been recording for like 30 minutes.
I can edit it. Like,
Oh,
fuck
just,
it.
just grab a seat, guys.
Why
Started
you-
like
why
reading
you
the weather in
sweaty?
my phone.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guys aren't here.
I'm in my underwear.
Yeah.
It's good. It's actually good weather today for podcasting, so
I wonder if like
it's cooler.
I mean, there's so many podcasts out now, which is awesome. But if there's just one guy just talking like regular, and he has like millions of people just listening to him.
What do you mean, like amateur guy that?
No, it's just like okay, maybe he's the first guy that started a podcast. So all he did was speak into a microphone about nothing. I don't know. I just got this idea because like a few days ago I discovered. You guys know Twitch, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's like a website where people stream video games and a bunch of other shit. There's like one section where people just stream their life, and they have like
What do you mean? Like they just have cameras in their house and they just stream their.
not like in their house, but like they'll use their cell phone and like project like a first person view of what they're doing like throughout the day and shit.
I've seen some videos. It's usually some kind of obnoxious early 20-year-old like wandering the streets. Yo, bro, we gotta go do something around
Yeah,
here.
just like weird stuff.
Keep
And I'm like,
watching.
and then I was like, what the fuck is this?
Man, I'm really old. Like, the fuck.
No, I just saw
what
this
people
like
are doing
randomly,
now,
and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Why are so many people watching some random guy just like hail a cab and walk down the street?" I'm like, "What in the world? It's ridiculous."
And getting paid a lot of money to do it.
I mean, he's probably getting paid a lot of money
Are
because
they
there were
like
thousands of people.
influencers or
I have no idea. I watched it for like 2 minutes, and I was like, "This is ridiculous."
wannabe Kardashians?
I have no idea, but I was just like, "This exists," and they have like a whole subsection for it. Where people just watch other people like do their daily activities. So some guy is on his couch right now, just like chilling with his TV on Twitch, because like I mean they have smart TVs, you can do that shit now.
Really?
Watching Sean sit on his couch, smoke some weed.
He's jerking
Having a
it again.
3-hour nap after his second jerk of the day.
I'm sure there's someone wants to watch that.
Incredible that someone would do something like that. And I'm sure when these guys go to sleep, if they just left the camera on, there'd be like hundreds of people just like watching someone sleep. But I guess there
So
are
are we
like,
in the wrong meteor? Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
we are definitely in the wrong.
Well,
if
we grew up with Big Brother, like the game show thing.
oh, Big
But they
Brother's
put you
awesome.
in. Yeah,
Big Brother's fucking awesome.
this is just Big Brother for the
Man,
for the new millennium.
It's amazing how easily people turn on each other. It's like, oh man, people
Well, like,
There
forget
was
like
so many seasons in Australia.
yeah.
It was like 20 seasons.
yeah,
And
it's
then
still
there was
going on.
celebrity ones. And
Yeah, it's still like, but it's so funny how like quick people turn on each other. And like 2 minutes ago, we were like the best of friends, and then like one little thing, it's like, I can't believe you fucking.
I preferred Survivor.
Oh, Survivor was awesome.
That was
dude.
pretty dope.
Yeah, Survivor was fucking awesome.
I mean, it was like the first 2 or 3 were really good, and then
Yeah, but
and then
that's
eventually
usually how it is,
yeah,
right?
got shit. But
Like
I remember
Fear
one
Factor
where
as
they
well.
had Fear Factor was good too. But one of the tasks in Survivor to get immunity was to like hold onto a plank of wood for the longest. And there's people who just like have it holding their hand out and they're just like shaking.
Oh, you mean like literally just put your hand against a plank of wood?
Yeah, it's like one of those old school competitions where who can hold their hand on the car the longest gets to drive away with the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was like in the end, I don't know, it's extreme. The mental kind of strength you'd have to have.
Like, I guess it seems easy at first until you're like 10 hours in.
Fuck no, man. Like, I don't know if you've ever tried to like actually do something that you don't want to do.
For extended
I go to work every day.
Yeah. No.
Ooh, Brodie.
You don't work every day. It's an exaggeration. You work 4 days a week.
They're very painful.
Yeah. Anyway, like, if you have to concentrate, like, for instance, or example, my eye was fucked, or it still is fucked. Like, one of them is slower than the other. Okay. So my vision's perfect. Yeah. But, well, obviously not. But it's, I don't need glasses, is what I mean.
Okay.
And
clarification, everyone.
So one eye just zooms and focuses faster than the other by like a very like minuscule second.
Is it annoying, or did your brain adjust to it?
It's like, I describe it like it's like being hungover all the time, but not with the hangover, just the vision.
The vision.
Like you're like, ugh, when there's a crowd or something, you're kind of like, I can't focus that good. So I went to the doctor and I'm like, you got a laser beam or something you can put in my eye to make it better? And they're like, nope, actually, it's just good old fashioned eye exercises. I'm like, what?
You just look at shit? Look here, look there, look here, look
basically, he's like, you can hold your finger out in front of you, and then you hold your other finger on your other hand closer. Mm-hmm. And you just like focus from the close one to the far one.
Okay, it's like a camera. You go like
so you look at okay. 5 seconds this one, 5 seconds that one. Yeah. And you do this for 20 minutes a day.
Oh fuck, that's a long time. That's a long ass time.
Now, I did it for 3 months and I didn't see any changes. So I was like, fuck this shit.
Imagine
I'm just gonna be hungover visioned all the time.
Imagine the change came after 3 months in one day.
Yeah. If you just had gone for that one extra day.
If you just had gone for one extra day, you would have been like, oh, fixed.
Max eye gains.
But now you got to start all over again.
No, it's totally fine. I just learned to adapt.
Yeah, okay.
That's the true survivor.
By being hungover actually every day.
Exactly.
Just never stop
it's
drinking.
It's a big dick player survivor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's like, fuck this eye exercise bullshit. I'm just going to walk around drunk, but I'm not really drunk.
Oh, I've never really heard of that before, but
it was a weird thing,
that's
but
weird. I mean, weird as in interesting, not like weird as in like, dude, you're fucking weirdo.
Gross.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gross.
Are you looking at me or are you looking at yourself?
Wonky-eyed Sean. Yeah. So anyway, that was that.
But yeah, maybe we should give the people what they came for. You will.
Oh, you got a whole bag of goodies today, baby.
Let's hear some of your.
First one I wanted to get out because like some of these things I want to talk about, but
we never get to them.
I want to talk about them on the pod, and I want to talk about them for the first time.
Okay.
To get that, the real reaction,
sweetness,
capture it, Kodak moment, all that bullshit. But the first one was I witnessed an old lady in like a one of those buggies, the motorized buggies.
Old people mean like a wheelchair with like
just a wheelchair
basket.
with a motor and a basket, like for old people.
Yeah.
And she looked a little rough around the edges, if I to put it kindly.
She's been sitting there for a while.
And she's going around the shops when I was in the supermarket.
Yeah.
And she put all her stuff in the front basket. And then I went through the checkout and I was walking out of the supermarket and she just came out the entrance and just like drove out
without paying.
Yeah. And like
she
just drove out, went out. No one saw a thing. No one suspected a thing.
Get out of here.
Just like,
Where's the cashier?
No, man. It's the entrance, like where you enter the supermarket, like the.
So you had already paid and everything.
Yeah, and then I was walking back past the entrance, and she just zoomed out of it. It was a fucking rebel granny, like.
Maybe she left the stove on or something.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So yeah,
We were experiencing some technical
Technical
difficulties.
We had good fun with it though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
you will never know what it actually was. But
A whole thing happened
Yeah.
while we were away.
Oh, you should have been here.
let's just say, apartment was on fire, and we put it out ourselves. And
We're basically heroes.
yeah, fire department thanked us.
Mm.
Exactly. I don't even know if I want to do the podcast anymore after what just happened.
I think I'm gonna become a professional firefighter.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'll start the fires and you fight them.
So yeah, I guess
Old people steal
shit.
That's
a
what
lot.
the conclusion was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have in Australia? Do you have like in the grocery store? Did you just dress like regular people, just going around, making sure no one's stealing shit?
I
You
would
have
never.
that in Canada?
Oh yeah, we do, man. It's fucking awesome.
I thought you trusted people. You were like the trustworthy country.
Yeah, but there's a lot of tourists that come in, trying to take advantage of your trust.
These damn tourists. You mean Americans?
Yeah.
Basically, we had. So I used to work at this grocery store, and we had this one dude that took his job like way too seriously. Like he would go after old people when he caught them stealing. Like,
What the fuck, man?
yeah, man, he would just like, hey you, hey, running after them. Like, and his job is not even to like arrest anyone or anything, and he would do like people's arrest and shit.
Citizens arrest.
Yeah, like a citizen's arrest, and you're like, Kyle, calm the fuck down. Your job is simply to stop the people before they leave the store, and you call the cops, not physically hold them. And like he would tackle people and shit. It was the funniest. Like when you see him walking after someone, you're like, it's going down, it's going down.
Man, I saw it in it was like on a BuzzFeed thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was this BuzzFeed post, and it had all this stuff about Canada and all, why it's so great. And one of them was a picture of a supermarket, and it had like 2 hours on a Tuesday night. They play like no music, and there's like less sounds and lights and
Oh,
it's
so
like,
people who have like
so people that have like those
severe anxiety,
Yeah, they
just,
can
like,
go
peacefully shop.
like only in Canada. It's like Jesus Christ. But then they got these undercover guys
Kyle
taking down grannies.
Yeah,
So-
man. Kyle was pretty serious about his job, man. I think in like the few weeks that Kyle worked at and they like move around from store to store, so a few weeks he was there, he caught more than all the other guys combined in like a whole year. It's crazy. Kyle was like, he did not fuck around, man.
Did he become a cop or something?
I have no idea. I like I spoke to him once or twice, and he was just like, yeah, I fucking hate people who steal stuff, like gotta teach him a lesson. Blah, blah,
Gotta
blah.
teach you this 85-year-old a lesson.
But I mean, he caught some people where like you're like, yo, that dude's a regular. He's probably been stealing for years. Like one time he caught this like, I don't know, old guy probably in like his 70s. He
Yeah.
stole like $150 worth of meat. Like
In one go.
yeah. You're
Holy
like,
shit, man.
dude, what the fuck? This guy
He's a
comes
pro.
in- Yeah, because he always comes through like
He's like a king.
you register and he buys like 2 or 3 things for like $10, and you're just like, oh yeah, have a good day, blah blah. And then one day Kyle caught him like with his like bag just stacked with meat, and you're just like, whoa. Whoa. Like, what is he doing with all that meat, first
How
of all?
old is this guy?
In his 70s, I would guess.
It's questionable.
Yeah.
70-year-old with that much meat.
What's he doing with
You know
all
what I
that
mean?
meat?
And
That's
he-
the question.
And he came in like 2-3 times a week easily. So you're like,
Did he
dude.
always get meat though? That's the thing.
Exactly.
He's always stealing meat.
Just raises more questions.
Once he got this like pregnant woman with her like 3-year-old kid, man, Kyle had no mercy, man. Just like pulled her over in the corner. Excuse me, can you lift up your shirt and under the stroller? Can you? She had like baby formula.
Sounds wrong, right?
It's like he's in plain
Diapers.
clothes. He's like, can you
Man,
just lift
can
up
you
your shirt?
just show me your tits, please,
Yeah.
man?
And
Who are you?
Man, she had a lot of stuff because like baby formula and stuff was really expensive. But Kyle was praised by the manager, of course, because like, he caught people. Like, man.
God damn it.
But we were always like, fuck. One of these days, someone's going to get
Relentless.
pissed and fuck Kyle's shit up because he's just like ruining the local market here for thieves. But yeah, that was.
Canadian superheroes are awesome.
But yeah, no one was ever hurt. Kyle, whatever you're doing out there, keep doing it, man.
Yeah.
Keep tackling.
Hats off to you, Kyle, for making this world a safer place for everyone.
Oh man.
God damn it. Yeah. So, have you noticed that the Spätis are like they can't be open on Sundays for some reason?
Yeah, but that was like a really old rule that no one followed. And
Yeah.
then,
So
like,
what's the
rule,
go
wasn't it?
now then? Why are they cracking down on it now?
Well, I think what happened is like the fucking regular supermarkets was like, hey, dude, like they're fucking selling groceries. Like, what the
we
fuck?
can't have that.
We can't,
Can't have people buying shit.
No,
This
but
is everything that's wrong with Germany.
Yeah,
It's
just-
like they're just let us be. Let us have our fucking Spätis on Sundays, please, so we can buy Club Martas, so we can go to work. For
Exactly. It's just fucking up all
caffeinated
up.
drinks. But
I
these
think it was a bit of
motherfuckers-
both, you know? Like
But-
there's some, not all Spätis.
The best thing is there's a loophole in the law, which is like if you're a tourist or souvenir store,
Okay. You can still be open.
you can still be open because they sell to the tourists.
Soon.
So all of these Spätis all of a sudden started bringing in all this Berlin
Souvenir
merch.
shit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So if
awesome.
you go to like all the Spätis on my street, they all have like Berlin T-shirts in the windows.
That's awesome.
And if you read the sign out the front, it doesn't say Späti. It says tourist and souvenir shop.
That is awesome.
It's clearly a convenience store that sells cigarettes and alcohol.
Yeah.
Like,
Or I think it's maybe if you serve some kind of food. I think one near me has a giant coffee machine and some other shit in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
that's
think
why
that-
they can be open.
like those kind of bakery
like-
/
Yeah.
Spätis.
Yeah.
Just everyone.
But it's the Spätis that started bringing in like full-on groceries that fucking ruined it for everyone else. Where like
Just selfish.
they were, yeah, basically it's that one guy who's like, oh yeah, I can drink at work, and he gets pissed drunk.
But it doesn't matter, man.
Before
They've
you
got, they got
close.
the Berlin merch.
But yeah,
I'm thinking about getting a T-shirt there.
just to support the cause.
They're just gonna be like, "What the fuck?
like,
Berlin.
Berlin.
These aren't for sale. This is a front."
Imagine the price is just like ridiculous, like T-shirt, 200 euros. The worst quality T-shirt ever.
Like-
Just expensive as fuck.
Who the fuck
expensive,
is
it's gonna be
buying
good.
a Berlin T-shirt in my street? And a Spätkauf. Like
I consider it. I'm an
maybe
impulse
someone
buyer,
who
though.
like shat themselves.
That person's
And then
my
they're
hero.
like, "Well, just give me anything."
They shat their t-shirt.
It went all up
That's a
their back.
real-
You never know.
That's
Someone could have a real bad day,
it's a fucking bad day.
and then you'd be thankful for those Berlin
Yeah.
tourist shops.
Yeah. That'd be
And you can get a beer while you're there as well.
exactly.
Yeah, you can
Lessen
drown
the
those
blow.
sorrows.
drown all your sorrows.
Exactly. And then you can go kill yourself.
Man found dead in Spätikauf's T-shirt.
We believe he's from Berlin.
You can clearly find
Yeah.
that he's from so and so and so.
He's
just-
identifying t-shirt.
I do love that whole thing with the Spätkaufs and how they found a loophole to be open or remain open on Sundays.
I mean, of
Because
course.
I feel like anywhere in the law, if someone can overcome it, like twist it into the like, oh well, I'll just put Berlin T-shirts in my window, and then
Yeah.
now I'm exempt from this law.
Yeah.
Clever. I like that. Sticking it to the man in like in a smart way.
Yeah, well, they're all probably owner operators,
Yeah.
and they're just like, oh yeah, you can't open for one day.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that a good proportion are probably Turkish, and so Sunday means really nothing to them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and also it's a
exactly.
good day because everything's closed.
Yeah,
Yeah, you make a bit more money.
Make a lot of money.
and then yeah,
Like a lot of money.
but I don't care so much. It's like if I need a martyr and something on the way to work, or it's Sunday and you need to buy anything.
Yeah, you just want
anything at all,
something.
and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna close the loophole, so now absolutely nothing is open, except for us restaurants."
How
Get
long do you
fucked.
think it'll be before they say fuck it and just allow things to be open on Sundays?
It's Germany.
I don't know. There's a lot of questions there. It's like,
Yeah.
when are we gonna start feeling the true effects of climate change?
We already are.
No. Like, when are we gonna like go to the supermarket and be like, they're out of chicken? What the fuck?
Okay.
There's no chicken anymore. Oh, like you know,
We'll
something
just
where
bring
you
in
just like
fake chicken.
Or there'll be like a sign like, oh, no more. We don't have avocados because of global warming.
yeah. Well, there's
For
no
like 6 months or some shit.
because you see all the plastic and all the meat, and you're just like, they don't sell all this. Like, there's no way in all the supermarkets in all of Germany or all the world, they don't sell all this shit. A lot of it's going to the waste. And then you go, well, these supermarkets are definitely going to go down to regular markets pretty soon. That's what I reckon. He's going to say market. That's when we're going to feel the effects of climate change, is when it just says market.
Nice, yeah.
There's
The
nothing
super part of
super
the
about
sign
it.
Just like bzz, bzz.
Yeah,
Only the market half is lit up. Can't afford it. Oh man.
Yeah.
How long you been sitting on that one for, Sean?
That was pretty clever.
I can't remember what we just said. Like, literally.
You said-
Yeah. Anyway, so
Anyway.
supermarkets,
Markets.
markets.
What's the difference between a market and a supermarket? You know, because I mean, I'm so used to just like supermarket that it's like the standard now.
Dude,
Like,
well,
what's a market?
supermarkets just got everything in one shop, and you go pay at the end to one person. Whereas a market, you'd
Oh, it's just
have individual stores, and you'd make trade with all the different people. Like, one guy would sell pumpkins, and one guy would sell fucking, I don't know,
A
But
different
then-
type
yeah.
of pumpkin.
Okay,
different
but
different kinds.
so
of
when you
pumpkin.
put them all together, is that now a supermarket?
huh?
I don't know.
In Germany, all markets are super.
Ja, sehr super, ja.
I guess the market's the old school one, and
Yeah.
the supermarket's the new school one.
Yeah.
They're mini markets? Surely there's a mini mart.
That's one guy's market, right?
It's one, I don't know.
A mini mart isn't a mini mart just like a small
Späti.
supermarket? It's like a city mark. Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
There's definitely a mini mart somewhere.
Definitely some more interesting conversation somewhere. I just gotta search for it. Oh, meme of the week. Do you want to tell? I'll tell you my meme of the week.
Okay, I want to hear your meme.
All
of
right,
the
cool.
week.
What if women were the ones who had orgasms to get pregnant? There'd be like 11 people on the planet.
Oh, I don't think our feminine
Yeah.
audience is gonna like that one. But
No, just think about it though. Like,
man, that would be crazy if.
well,
like,
men would become useless. Oh well.
I mean, not completely, because I reckon like.
So
Well,
how
they
would that,
are
how
more.
would that work? How would that work? Just
Well, they just have to come, right?
yeah.
In order to get pregnant, you mean?
But that yeah.
So like.
But they have to get it off a dick still, right?
Yeah. So.
I mean-
first. So
Yeah, I'm
okay,
kind of confused
They're not getting
here.
Yeah,
pregnant
so
by
let's-
dildos.
What's the
Yeah.
physics?
No. So let's break this down.
Break it
So
down,
first
Lambo.
the guy comes, and then she has to come as well for the sperms or whatever in this world.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like when both parties come,
Then,
then
you make a baby.
is it automatic or is it a possibility of making a baby? Because I mean, right now it's
Then it would be very hard to
If
make
it's a
babies.
possibility,
Yeah.
right?
I think it would have to be every time. That'd be the
Okay.
jackpot. It's like
Oh,
that's
okay.
when the gates are both open.
okay.
Live.
So this doesn't happen every time with you guys, or
Whoa, look at the big dick play over here. Everybody get out of the room.
It doesn't count if you're just masturbating.
no
right?
exes of mine call in. Don't call in.
I'll make myself come every time.
100% success rate.
Exactly.
So I'm still like kind of confused.
But
So
that would
You can't fail if you never try, Brody.
well, I guess it's
what that would do is separate the big dick players from
The little dick players.
because you see if you see a woman with a guy and she has like
super dick
20
players
kids,
and the dick
she has like
players.
20 kids, you know that guy's a big dick player. Or does that mean she comes really easily? You know what I mean? Because even in like the hierarchy of women, some's easy, some's hard.
Some
Right.
figured it out. Some haven't
it's a
figured it out.
Exactly.
It's a continuum.
You know, they need to know what they like, and then
Yeah, and it's hard to
how
get
do
there,
it.
right?
It's hard to get there, but
Because
hey,
you ask a bitch like, "Hey, what do you like?" I don't know, like seriously.
yeah. And if you're with someone for long enough, it can change.
That too.
And then you're like, well, you used to like it when I did that. No, I don't like it anymore.
So now I want you to be in the other room when,
I want you to be
what?
in another city when we do it. Oh, okay.
My dick's not that big, goddamn. But yeah, that would be. I don't know. I don't know what I would say.
Well,
But it would be pretty funny. It'd be fucking.
Someone
funny.
Please just make a movie and then I'll watch it. Like I don't want to fucking talk about it anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Just make the fucking movie and I'll watch it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Now let's move on.
Even if you don't make a lot of money, you'll at least make one ticket. I guess with YouTube nowadays, you could technically make the movie yourself.
Yeah, Sean.
I could make the movie.
You just gotta find enough girls to have sex with.
Well, that's the end of that movie.
You just put a dirty ad on Craigslist, casting for potential movie where women get orgasms and they get pregnant, starring Sean. That's it.
Nothing happened.
Nothing. Yeah.
That's just me getting stoned in my apartment.
Just jerking.
So that was our meme of the week, listeners.
Yeah, tune in next week for another
Yeah. Less confusing one next week.
We're just making segments up as we go. Now we got story time. All right.
I got a story.
All right, cool. We got a story. All right, you start with the story time.
Actually, I got 2 stories.
What's the theme of the story?
Okay, children, 1 story per person.
I need 2 though.
All right. Is it a ranting story?
Why do you
or
get
is it
such
like
a long turn,
enjoyable story?
Don't worry, it's enjoyable because it involves me being embarrassed.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's hear this.
So there's this girl that works at my local supermarket or soon to be market, and she's just. I know she's always smiling and
describe her.
She has a smile that could melt ice.
No, I mean like she's like short, skinny, fat.
I don't know. She's sitting down.
She has a hot smile.
Yeah,
she has a hot smile.
But
okay, we'll go with that.
Needless to
sorry, listeners.
Yeah.
But then I went to go visit another supermarket the other day because I was like, check out what's around my place.
Brodie's cheating on his
yeah, I know.
Regular supermarket girl.
Right. And it's early in the morning. I've just woken up, gone straight out.
Yeah.
I had no breakfast, nothing, blah, blah, blah.
Forgot his pants at home, probably.
Yeah, whatever. And it was like my first day off after working, and we'd had a few beers that night, so I was feeling a little whatever. So I'm wandering around this supermarket, and I got kind of dry mouth because I'm a bit dehydrated because I was a little bit on the sauce, And then I'm in line waiting. I put my stuff on the conveyor belt thing, and I put one of the little separator things down, and people often say like, Danke, and so I put it down, and this girl behind me says like, oh, Danke, and I like kind of just look around a little bit and nod. And then I realize it's this girl that works at the other supermarket.
Okay.
And so I'm like, oh, I should just say like, oh, hey, Yeah. And I turn around to say, hey, I've been like, my mouth's been really dry. So it's been like kind of like sticky. And my mouth is like, a kind of stuck together with this hungover dry mouth. And I go to say, hey, but my lips are stuck together. So I go... I went to say, and all my cheeks popped out. I was like, my lips is made an airtight seal, and I just come. I just turned back around and pretended like nothing had happened.
Did she see it?
Yeah, she was right behind me, and it really caught me off guard.
You looked into her eyes and went.
Basically, we were like centimeters away, and
I wish you guys could see this.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know how it like
disgusting. Oh, Brodie.
How it translates through the airwaves, but
just imagine.
Picture a frog.
All you need to know is like
frog.
Brody had like a little bit of super
trying
glue.
to like ribbit and He's half retarded.
I think the only redeeming thing was I was buying some kind of cool shit, like some weird abstract, some lemon juice, some lime juice, some Worcestershire sauce, and a packet of green tea.
Yeah,
so I
wow.
hope she thinks I'm dark and mysterious.
All right, next time you see her, just apologize, Brodie. Just
Just be like, hey, I was real hungover and my lips stuck together. That should work. Get away
that's
from me.
awesome. That's awesome.
Please don't come back again.
All right, well, we won't do back-to-back Brodie stories. I'll tell a story because it's story time, and then Brodie will go back unless Lambert's
No,
wants to
I got no
intervene.
stories.
All right, cool.
Right
Lambert's
now.
got no stories today. That's cool. My story was, I actually already told you, Lambert, before you got here, but it's cool. You got the lowdown. It's
Yeah.
I rode my bike into Prenzlauberg like a week ago, and was meeting up with Ronan, and we got really drunk, so drunk and stoned that I'm like, I can't ride my bike home. Can we get a cab? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I tie my bike up on the street, and I tie it up to the first thing I see, which is just one of those like arch poles, you know.
The thing is meant for a bike.
Meant for bikes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Long story short, I go back to get the bike 2 days later, and there's a sign on the bike that says, in German, on an A4 piece of paper, just like
Typed out.
typed out. This isn't the first time this has happened to me either.
Really?
Like, if I get drunk in Prenzlauberg and I leave my bike, some fucking cunt's like neighborhood garden, on the street garden, is gonna like get annoyed with me. There's nowhere to park your bike in Prenzlauberg. There's nowhere safe.
No.
Anyway, I took the A4 piece of paper and I took it with me because I wanted to show people at work and be like, hey, what do you think of this? And they were like, oh, yeah, it's pretty friendly and it's polite. And I'm like, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to need this for somewhere. And I literally walked outside of work and there was a bike just leaning on some...
A tree.
It was on like a pot plant on the street.
Oh, okay.
Like one of those, I don't know. And it belonged to a restaurant. And I just put it on this bike. So now this random
And
dude
the person's
is
gonna
going
come
to
out
think,
and be like, what the
fuck's wrong with these restaurant guys? I can't put my bike here. I live here, motherfucker.
Why didn't they want you to put it on their thing anyway?
Because it was
That's what literally the entire city does.
it was a street garden.
apparently.
But like I saw it and it was like...
Were there any plants in there? I mean, you were pretty fucked, so you probably
No,
know.
but I saw it in the daytime when I picked my bike up. But when I was parking it, I couldn't see. I just looked like nothing to me.
Yeah.
Because it was raining and it was dark and I was drunk and and also in the morning it didn't look like much either, to be honest. It still looked like a pretty shitty garden. You know, it had like some of that like knitted shit that they make for gardens.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been seeing a few of these pop up recently.
Must be
Pop-up
like
gardens.
a trend or something.
Yeah, but only just recently.
Okay.
I don't know why now, because we're going into winter and
I don't want to
everything
sound
just
like a
dies.
knock, you know, and be like, you can't have your street garden.
Yeah.
But also, like, I didn't damage your plants or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
I just had the bike there, and they were like, anyway, fuck you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Long story short, fuck your garden.
Anyway, long story short, fuck all you fucking fucking street gardeners in Prenzlauberg.
garden on your balcony like a normal human being.
I love that you put it on a bike out the front of of work with, and it's like, please don't park it in our garden. And our garden's like a barren tree,
Yeah, there's nothing there.
or attached to the rubbish bin out the front.
It's awesome.
These guys need a better garden.
What was your other story, Brodie?
One, I was maybe like a month or two ago. I was like,
Is this a rant or is it a...
I never rant.
Okay.
This one's quick.
I'm
I
just,
rant. I'm from Adelaide. I rant. I don't rant.
I'm just wondering. I want to prepare myself, you know.
Keep your headphones in. So I was coming home and I stopped at my usual Späti to grab a beer, and there's the normal guy that works there and then some other guy, and I'm like looking, I was gonna buy some chips as well, and this other guy that I'd never seen is like, hey, how are you? And he's like sitting behind the counter with this other guy who probably owns it or something like that. He's like, hey, how are you? I'm like, is he talking to me? Like, I guess he's talking to me. I'm like, yeah, good, danke. He's like, oh, American, yeah. I'm like, no. He's like, And he just lists off all these countries and like,
Can't
nope,
speak English.
nope,
Nope.
nope. He's like, well, where then? I'm like, Australia. He's like, oh. He does the usual, the thing that when you tell people you're from Australia, oh, kangaroo. I'm like, yes, there are kangaroos in Australia. So that was one night.
It's so hard being white sometimes.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it is. You just don't understand.
Very difficult.
You don't understand. It's just stereotype after stereotype.
You'll never understand these stereotypes. You have to deal with being
never.
Australian.
Fuck.
So anyway, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, the guy's there again, and he's like talking. He's like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm just in there to the other guy that works there, who I think is the owner. He knows the drill. You're in there. I'm in there to grab a drink,
And you're
maybe
out.
grab something, and then I'm out. There's no conversation. It's a
Yeah.
spetty, and it's like 2 a.m. This other guy's like, "Where do you go? You know, where do you work?" I'm like, "I work in a restaurant." Blah blah blah. And he's like, "Oh, can you cook burgers?" I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "Oh, give me your number. I got a restaurant down in Tempelhof, and I want you to come and cook a doner burger for me." I'm like, yeah, I'm not, okay, I can't promise anything. I'm really busy, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, shit, maybe this guy's the owner. But I'm like, I was thinking like I could just say, like give him a wrong number, but then I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe this guy's the owner, or now he's going to be working there all the time, and he's learning the ropes, and then it's going to be awkward because it's the only spetty that's open on my way home. And I'm like, now, like, if he is there working every night,
This could literally only happen to you.
Yeah. Brodie's literally digging himself a hole.
so I'm like, oh god, I'll give him the number, and I'll just ignore it if he sends a message. So, like a few weeks had gone past, I'm like, all right, good. He got the hint that I wasn't, I was like, oh no, I can't promise anything, blah, blah, blah. And then I start getting these calls from a number, and I'm like, I'm not expecting any calls from anyone.
Yeah.
And if I do get a call, it's from someone I know the number. I'm like, it's probably him. Then he sends a message to me. He's like, hey, it's I forget his name, blah blah, Stefan or something. We met in the Spetty. Please call me back. I want you to come down to the restaurant. And then yesterday he sends another message, and he's like, hey, I want you to come over to my place tonight at 8:00, and we can talk about stuff. And I'm like,
What the
Jesus
fuck?
Brodie.
Christ. And we're talking maybe like 15 missed calls,
Holy shit.
message, and then this other message, because he sent
Holy
one.
shit,
He
man.
sent one to WhatsApp and an SMS yesterday. I'm like, oh fuck. What does he want? Because he didn't say like the restaurant. He said come over to my place. I'm like, oh god.
Oh, Brodie, you fucked up. Now you can't go to that Spady ever again.
How the fuck did that happen to you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How did you get roped into making burgers for this guy?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
I'm just like, I just came in to buy a bag of chips and a beer, and now I'm fucking roped in to fucking cooking a doner burger in Tempelhof.
If I
by
ever
some
want to get
crazy-
late night convenient beers again,
Oh, Brodie.
you're gonna have to move.
I think so. I think that's the only solution.
Oh, man. That's fucking awesome, Brodie.
Like, fuck, mate.
How the fuck did you get yourself into this shit?
Oh, I don't know. I just have like I don't know. Just my face must invite people. Like,
could've
he looks
just told the
friendly.
dude, no.
But I thought about him like, but if he is the owner or the guy that's going to be working there every night, and I'm just like, no, then it's going to be awkward every time I go in. So I had to make a split decision. I'm like, he probably won't call. Or if I see him now, because I haven't messaged back or anything, I'm just gonna say, oh, maybe I wrote down my number wrong, and then run. I'm just gonna be Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know.
find another Spady, Brodie.
There isn't another one.
Or you could shave. And
Change
then
your
he wouldn't
image.
recognize
I'm gonna
you.
have to.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to change your identity.
Whenever you go in, you take the glasses off.
Yeah.
And you're just, sorry. Wrong
Exactly. And
No.
make your eyes all squinty and pretend you're Asian.
guy. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Maybe if you just like just be a hardcore racist. He won't want to be friends with you and make hamburgers. So if you just go in there and be like, these fucking Jews, they're fucking, they're taking up the sidewalk. And this guy's going to be like, whoa, actually, man.
Word.
And then you're like, oh, when are we making these hamburgers?
The guy agrees with him.
Yeah, no, he agrees with me, and then
Then
I'm
you're
in
fucked.
I'm in some neo-Nazi like march.
gotta-
Just like,
look,
how did I get into
What you got to
this?
do is, this is what you got to do. You got to find his Achilles heel. You know, you got to find that weakness. And the weakness is find out what he hates, whether that is Jews or gays or whatever.
And you just
Something.
pretend
I
to
don't
be
think
like,
it's gays because I
Whatever.
think
he's gay.
Well, you think he's gay?
Oh, that explains
well, he's
it.
inviting me over to his place.
Oh, you think it's sexual? Not
think
a
it's-
business
I
transaction.
think it started out as Döner hamburgers. I think the relationship has
Where's this
moved
guy
on
from?
without me.
Oh yeah.
Where's he
Brodie.
from? He's probably
Turkish.
Turkish.
You're
Because
definitely
his
getting
German's
fucked.
German's not perfect.
You're definitely getting fucked, Brodie.
Make sure you bring the Vaseline
Yeah.
I'm
for whatever
steering
burger
clear.
you're cooking, Brodie. That's pretty funny. Yeah, but I mean, you find his weakness, right? And he's got to hate something. You know, even like Trump or Putin or whatever, and then just find something and then
be the opposite.
flaunt it in front of his face.
But you know, knowing my luck, he's gonna like whatever it is.
He's
I
probably
know,
like-
but it'll entertain us. Motherfucker. It's something we
man.
can talk about on the pod. It's like, how did it go, Brodie,
Brody's playing hard to get right now.
yeah, it probably
when
is.
you became that homophobic racist?
It was a quick
Why
Why you
transition.
squinty, like holding your eyes back like a Chinese man? You're like, hey, how funny is this?
Yeah. He's like, I agree.
Yeah. Totally, bro. That would suck so much.
Oh, he'd get so fucked. Man.
Then you would really have to move, bro.
Yeah. Seriously, you'd have to get the fuck out real quick. Oh man.
That's some funny shit.
So that's my stalker. Yep.
Yeah, we've all had one, right?
Do you want mine? I don't really want him.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Well, if you know someone,
If I see your double, I'll let him know.
yeah, please.
At least you're not at a point where you gotta ask someone. Well, you technically are. Hey, dude, can you grab me a beer from that fake?
Yeah, I have to. I just have a quick peek in and see if he's there. If it's the
Yeah.
regular. I haven't seen him again.
Paying people on the
Oh, okay.
street. Like a teenager. Can you buy me cigarettes?
No,
ever,
martyr.
That's actually a good topic. Is do you
What's
ever
that?
buy alcohol or cigarettes for a minor?
for a minor.
If I
Yeah.
have ever,
Like, could be
think once-
real, like your younger sister or
no,
friends or whatever.
I think once or twice, maybe.
Randoms.
I was on
You never
vacation.
had people, like kids, just out in front of a liquor store being like, hey, can you buy some liquor, please?
No. I don't think you get that often. Kids are usually intimidated by my exterior. No, but I've had like
Lambert's well equipped.
there's this guy once. He said he was of age, but he forgot his ID. I mean, I was like, dude,
People don't forget.
don't need
People
it.
that forget their ID aren't over the age of 18. Like, you just don't forget your ID.
yeah. And I was like, dude, you don't have to lie to me. I'll buy you the shit. Like, you look
it's at home.
you look pretty old. Just
I bought it for some kids once, but that's because they reminded me of myself when I was that
okay.
age.
Yeah.
And they fucking loved me. I just bought them a pack,
That's usually
pack
the
of
case,
smokes.
right? And they're just like,
I'm like, wait, how old are you? I gave him the 20 questions before.
Yeah,
Sir, can you buy smokes? Please? I'm just waiting for a taxi.
yeah.
Yeah, no. Please, oh, come on, it's Saturday night, I just want some smokes, sir. Oh, come on. Like, you wouldn't sell to us, you know. I'm like, how old are you? 17, promise. 17? You promise? Like, yeah. I'm like, shit. Give me the damn money. Go in there. What smokes do you want? And then like, Stuyvesant. I'm like, okay.
Stivies.
Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck. If I ask for the same cigarettes they just asked for, this is going to look real dodgy.
Yeah.
But the guy didn't ask, and then I went out, and the kids thought I was a hero. Walked away. Now I'm going to be that guy that, in their story that I could have made their night be like, oh yeah, I remember when I was 17 and we got that pack of cigarettes and that guy bought us, you know, it made our night, man. We stayed up all night smoking cigarettes till the sun rises. It was one of the best days of my youth.
Yeah, I don't
think maybe he's probably like into
happens.
crack now
Yeah.
because of you.
because of me.
He's
Yeah,
dying
he got
somewhere.
addicted to cigarettes, and then it was a gateway to everything else that was bad in his life.
No, I don't.
I don't think so. It was like a more upscale suburb of Melbourne.
They're smoking Styvies.
South side, yeah. These kids are smoking Stuyvesants. I mean, that's what the Beatles smoked. Come on, folks. Who are we
High
kidding?
class shit.
These are classy kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think like people have approached me enough.
They wouldn't do. They wouldn't
Now,
hear because
now it's too late.
Yeah,
You know, I'm too old.
you reckon for? Oh, you mean for people to approach you, or?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, you want to be like, you want the bracket to be.
Be closer. You think you reckon?
Yeah, I don't want to be like.
Oh,
That's what makes it weird. Is like there's like 16-year-old kids or something, and they want booze, and you were say 18. There's only a 2-year gap.
Yeah,
Like,
then
yeah,
it's
sure,
like,
don't
yeah,
worry
fuck
about
yeah,
it. But now
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I'm a
gotta be,
31-year-old
like,
man
responsible
giving
now.
alcohol to 16-year-old
Yeah, it's a
kids.
bit fucked.
That looks fucking dodgy as fuck,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
don't need that.
Yeah.
Don't even talk to me. Actually, fuck off. I don't want to talk to anyone that's under fucking 18 years old. Okay,
If it ain't legal,
exactly.
we out.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
you're probably less sympathetic if you're like 31. You're like, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
If you're 18,
probably-
you're like, I remember back
Yeah.
when I was your age 2 years ago.
Exactly, right? When you're younger, and plus you're more like carefree. You're like, fuck it. If they die, fuck them.
Fuck it. I'm gonna live forever. Woo! Cowbunga. Yeah, those were the days. But yeah, brain fart. I was gonna say something.
That's what alcohol does.
That's what alcohol does. Kids, don't take to the drink. Go out there and make an app and make some money for it. For daddy, so we can buy some more drinks.
What other topics do we have?
I did have some other topics that
Any
we can touch
juicy,
on.
any juicy ones?
Well, last week we talked about bathrooms a little bit. Oh, not last week, but the last pod. And
About paying to go.
yeah, about paying to go.
Yeah.
But I missed a story which happened to me in Budapest, which is I was standing outside of a public toilet
Okay.
waiting for my sister to finish using the toilet so we could leave.
And someone was paying you.
Someone thought I was the guy to give the money to.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
And he came up and he like held his hand out. And I'm like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh shit, are you not the toilet guy?"
Yes, that's fucking awesome.
I'm like,
That's fucking awesome.
no, bro, you gotta go in and pay in there. There's a lady
Oh, I love
with
these.
a plate.
Oh, I have a funny story actually. So,
Yeah.
a few months ago, I needed to get some new headphones.
Yeah.
So I went to Best Buy. I don't know if you guys don't know, it's like an electronics store basically.
All right.
So I go in there and like the employees are all around, and I mean they wear the uniform basically, but there's this Asian guy in the electronics section that also had like a blue shirt, just
Okay,
like
similar,
the employees,
yeah.
similar.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like if you know what a Best Buy employee looks like, this dude is not a Best Buy employee by anyone's like imagination. So I'm in the electronics section, and the dude is also looking at headphones beside me. And then this random guy comes over to him. He's like, excuse me, sir, I need your help, like right now. Can you help me get this headphone out? And I start like laughing because I know exactly
there.
what's going on. Like, this dude does not work here at all. This guy just came up to some random Asian guy demanding that he get a headphone out of the case. And then the funniest part, the actual Asian employee is standing on the other side looking at everything go down. And I'm looking at him and he's looking at me, and we're both like laughing our ass off. And then the guy realized that the guy he's asking is just like another person. And his face is just like, fuck. I am one racist fuck.
That happened
Oh,
to me
man.
in H&M, man.
Dude, it's so funny, man.
Like,
I love it when shit like this happens. It's fucking awesome.
I had an item that I wanted, so I was holding it, and then I was like flicking through some other things, I'm like, yeah, I'll just see what they got here, you know. And someone's like, Chulagong. And I'm like, I'm gonna ignore that.
Yeah.
And keep going through and like, Chulagong. I'm like, I'm still gonna ignore that. Entschuldigung. Ich habe eine Frage für dich. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, dude, I don't work here. Like, oh, sorry. Like, fucking hell, man. I just want to shop.
Oh man, that's fucking.
That's the
funny,
problem.
man.
You buy stuff in a store and then you wear it, and everyone else you look like you're employed there.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. I love when this shit happens, man. People mistaking regular people for actual people who work there.
So I've had a toilet guy and a H&M.
You're really covering all bases.
I'm a jack of all trades.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Both jobs I could see myself in the future.
Oh, you should have just taken like the change from the dude. Just like, thanks, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, and then he comes out 2 seconds later. Hey, what the fuck, dude? You just took my 50 cents and you didn't say anything? What's wrong
I
with
thought
you?
it was free. I thought you were being generous.
I'd be like, can you speak no English? Run away
I
like,
guess it could fly in Budapest, right?
yeah, maybe. Maybe if we'll never know now. But I gave it back. I thought it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth. Yeah.
It's not worth the 50
is not
cents.
worth it.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
You got the story. That's all you need.
I got the story. That's worth
Yeah.
more than 50 cents.
My friend once he ran for the train and he didn't make it, so he was like exhausted and he was just wearing like shitty clothes.
Oh man!
And then,
I want to hear
like-
Brodie's train story after this.
And then
please.
he was like not kneeling but like squatting basically.
Yeah.
As he's like catching his breath and like he took off his hat and he just had it between like his legs as he's squatting and breathing. And then these girls walked by and threw coins into his hat.
Oh man!
He was so pissed. He's like, "What the fuck? I'm not homeless. What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "I'm just tired because I ran for the train."
That's pretty cool.
Oh man, it was fucking awesome. I was laughing my ass off, man. I just fucking lost it, man.
He puts his hat down. Perfect place.
Yeah, it's just
fine.
like, I mean, he kind of looked homeless, but like, I mean,
My friend got a fine in high school.
yeah.
We're definitely gonna hear Brodie's train story to wrap this up
All right.
because it's fucking good. But my train story was a friend of mine in high school. He got fined for spitting on a platform,
What?
but he was sitting down waiting for the train.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there and he's spitting on the ground where he's sitting, like just between his legs.
That's
And-
pretty disgusting. But
Yeah, but this is a teenager, you know? They're disgusting.
They're disgusting people.
And he starts like spitting on the ground and like just making like a whole pool
Oh,
of
so
spit.
it's all collecting. Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
so he's
that's
just
fucking
like
gross.
seeing how much spit because
Yeah.
he's bored.
Okay.
So he's just like spitting on the platform in between his legs and
Yeah.
seeing
The
how
most
much.
teenage thing I've heard.
Yeah, it's a teenager, right? But these fucking cops come up, they're like, "Hey, that's an offense. He's like, for spitting? Like this is an offense?" And yeah, he got like $150 fine or something.
Ooh, oh, I'd be so
Whoa.
pissed.
And then he went home from school to his mom,
just
and he had to
brutal.
tell his mom that he got fucking
Fine.
fined by the cops.
Oh, dude.
And she went like berserk, man.
Yeah, I mean, I
She
can
was
see
so
that
pissed
too.
off with the police.
It's
Like,
150
he's a
bucks.
fucking teenager.
Yeah.
And like, what do you think teenagers are doing when they're waiting for trains?
Yeah.
Huh? You're gonna fine him?
Yeah,
Just
that's
give him a
pretty fucked.
warning.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked.
Do you think he has any money? It's my money. Of course I'm pissed.
That's so fucking weird.
But that's
Yeah.
awesome that she's pissed at the cops, not him. I like
Yeah.
that.
No, I mean she's like, it's disgusting. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But she was also like, that's fucking a stupid
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Like, why are you fining a 15-year-old
Yeah.
kid?
For spitting. Yeah.
They got fucking nothing else to do.
It's probably like the fifth one they saw that day, and it's like, oh, fuck it.
Fucking go catch some real criminals, you fucking blue cunts with guns.
Yeah. Scum.
Scum of the earth.
Scum.
You're fucking scum, man. You're fucking scum. You blue scum. I love fucking British rednecks, skinheads.
Scum. Fucking scum.
We are the scum. We are the scum. We are the scum.
What do they call him?
Chavs.
Chavs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chavs.
Scum.
Doesn't seem so bad. Chav.
Until you
man.
meet them.
Man, you been to the UK? You just been to Ireland?
No, I've been to the UK, but not for that long, like a day.
Yeah, miserable place. Miserable. Anyway,
Filled with fucking scum.
yeah, scummy palms. Fuck you.
The what do you call it? Immigration was pretty bitchy
Yeah, they're always
to go
tight.
through, and I was just like, dude, what is this, America?
Mm.
Calm
I know.
down. Like, what the fuck, man?
I used to live in Edinburgh, and when I'd like go from Germany to Edinburgh, I'd come back, and they'd like ask me a million questions.
Yeah, you're just.
And I'm
dude,
like,
what the fuck?
I fucking live here, man. I live here. I work here. I pay taxes.
Yeah.
I have an address. I got the visa there in my. Leave me the fuck alone.
They ask you a million questions.
It's
You're
like,
just
this is just protocol.
Yeah.
They're like, with their actually it'd be not an American accent, it'd be a dumb Scottish accent.
yeah, it was weird.
I can't do one right now. I can only do that. It's great, aye. It's fucking great. Actually, someone in Edinburgh told me that if you don't understand a Scottish person, you just say aye,
Really?
and which means yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe a fucking. Put a fucking in there. So like a fucking eye, yeah, eye.
Fucking eye.
So it'd be like, yeah, the fucking hair, but I and the fucking thing about her, yeah, and you're like, yeah,
Fucking
fucking
Aye.
eye, yeah. It's like right on,
Yeah.
right on. What you said.
Yeah. Aye.
Fucking can't understand the Scots, man. Whoa, that was a cool noise.
Oh yeah, it sounded like someone strung the guitar. Like. All right, bro.
And that brings us to the hour of Brodie's train story.
Yeah. This episode's been a protocol.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Just dumb Brodie stories.
Dumb
Oh,
Brodie's
this one's
story.
pretty. This one's pretty good. I like
This one's a great one.
Yeah, I heard
And I
this
really
one, like,
hope he does
2
tell,
days
like he
ago.
doesn't have a whole collection of ones. You've got the good
Yeah.
one.
I'm pretty sure I know which train story
The
it
one
is.
where you cracked a hissy fit.
So back in my uni days, I used to live in the hills, and so my local train station,
Adelaidean Hills.
the Adelaidean Hills.
Not the Beverly Hills.
No. And
almost the same, but better.
yeah, well, yeah. As I said, Adelaide's the Paris of the South, and the Adelaide Hills are the.
Bullshit. Anyway. I don't even. Sorry, I got a cold. That's bullshit.
But anyway, I used to catch the train into uni, and the thing is that if I ever missed my train at the top of the hill where I lived, if the train was just arriving at the station, I could continue driving down the hill to the plains and catch it at a next station. It's like 2 or 3 stations along, but the train took a long time to wind down the hills. So if I was only missing it by like a minute, I could drive down and catch it and still catch the train the rest of the way into the city.
I think the audience have got it now.
Yeah.
I got to
They got
explain.
this. You're in a car and you're driving down the hill to make it to the train.
And I'm driving down. And it's been a rough morning, I'll say that much. Didn't get a chance to have a coffee. I woke up late. This is basically every day for me. So I'm like burning down the hill. I get to the station and I see somehow the train is like, maybe it went express or it was just going faster, but it was turning up right as I'm pulling in. And I'm like, fuck, no, I can't miss this train. I think I had something important at uni.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't uni, but that's not normally important, but it might have been a test. It was something I had to be at. And so I get up and I'm, jump out of the car, slam the door shut, and I'm running up to the train and doors close. And I get up there just as it's happening and I'm like, fuck this, fucking shit, fucking cunts. And I like turn around and there's like the seats that you can sit on there. I start kicking the seats and I grab my bag, I fucking slam it on the ground. I'm like, fuck this fucking everything. What the fuck? And I turn
Hissy
around,
fit.
massive. I just noticed that like the driver's seen me running for the train and he's like, stop the train and open the doors. And I because I've had my back turned, I haven't noticed. I turn around and like an entire packed train's just watch me lose my shit. So I have to casually
that's
get
awesome.
on the train and sit down while everyone's just looking at me.
That would have been
That's awesome.
such an awkward train ride.
I
into
just
town.
looked at the ground. I put my hood on.
Oh man.
I guess after a few stops, they would forget about it.
Yeah,
But
when
it's still
some
a bit-
people get off.
still a bit
and-
rough.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
I hope some people were sympathetic.
That's awesome.
I just love that, having a beating hissy fit,
Yeah.
and then having to just bathe in it.
Everyone's just watched
Yeah.
this whole thing from the window.
That must have been amazing to see.
I'm just glad I was there.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Have we got anything else we want to add? Any more?
sometimes you're just on the wrong end of the stick.
Brodie he was born on the wrong end of the stick.
I get myself into
bro.
some
Born under a bad
weird
sign.
situations.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
but I'm still here.
Yeah.
Still alive and kicking.
Born under a bad stick.
oh man, Brodie. Here's the life.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers to that.
This will be in my memoirs someday.
Yeah, alright. Well, we'll see you all next time on the Big Dick Players
Tune in
podcast.
to the Big Dick.